So now in the next minute, I'm going to take a couple seconds and let's paint an example scenario where folks like Mary with Acme Insurance and Bob, who works in facilities maintaining the Acme Insurance building, might waste a significant amount of time trying to address an issue Mary has on the second floor. So Mary calls into the system and says, "It's hot." The typical response would be to have Bob take off from facilities, jump in the elevator, travel up to the second floor, and interview Mary to determine what the symptoms of the situation are. Well, it's hot. Bob's immediate response is to begin dividing and conquering to try to determine the source of the issue. He'll drag his ladder back up, he'll set it up, he's interrupting Mary's day, he's popped the ceiling tile, he crawls up above the ceiling tile, inspects the VAV box, potentially to determine that there really isn't a problem with the box, or the thermostat, or the cabling in the room. Now he takes the ladder back down, puts all his tools together, apologizes to Mary for disturbing her day, puts the ceiling tiles back, crawls back down out the building, and heads off to figure out what the next issue may be to contribute to the heating problem. Typically this is going to be the air handling unit. And from the air handling unit he'll proceed to the chiller. And from the chiller he'll proceed to the tower if the issue seems to be systemic. But what Panoptix offers you is, with the data that we bring into the cloud, a feature called continuous diagnostics using peer level analysis. We'll look at the floor Mary lives on, and by grouping the VAV boxes that exist on the second floor in a logical group or a peer group, we're able to compare the VAV box that serves Mary's area, cube or room, to the other VAV boxes that exist on the floor, which are logically tied back to the same air handling unit. If that's the case, we're going to be able to take a look at each box and say, does the problem that exists in Mary's area, in other words, the temperature is 78 but the set point is 72, does that exist someplace else? Is it 76 and 72 over here, and 78 and 72, and 80 and 82 in different areas? Then wouldn't you be able to logically assume that the problem doesn't exist with Mary's variable air volume box, that the problem exists with the air handler that serves that floor? And if you can make that assumption, and continuous diagnostics will make that decision for you, then the message coming from Panoptix to Bob is, don't waste your time going to the floor and popping the ceiling tile and burning some of Mary's time while she sits there and watches you do that. Go to the air handling unit and begin to help determine if we have a chill water coil problem, if we have an airflow problem, a set point, or a control problem at the air handler. So in seconds, you've been able to arrive at a divide and conquer decision that helps benefit both increased productivity, decreased amount of service time and shoe leather burnt by Bob, and a service level that goes up a factor of 50 to 100%.